$4.5 billion has been raised to invest in crypto. Guys, the capital is coming in despite the price action. I want to break it down. This is huge news. It's very bullish and shows you where we are headed. I also want to talk about major conflict of interest with the SEC. And this is a new one. We're not talking about Bill Hinman. We're talking about the guy who's supposed to be testifying about what XRP holders were thinking when they bought XRP. Well, he's working for a firm that is being funded by the SEC. You can't make this stuff up. And we're going to talk about some huge stellar Lumens news with CBDCs and much more. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Also hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform, please give me a 5-star rating. Quick word from our sponsor, and that is iTrust which allows you to trade crypto within an IRA, essentially a retirement account. This gives you huge tax benefits and savings. iTrust has a great platform with 25 plus cryptocurrencies, a full app available on iOS and Android. They also have top of the level security. They use Coinbase custody, so you don't have to worry about your crypto getting stolen or hacked. They're using the institutional grade custody, which a lot of the big whales and players use, like MicroStrategy and others. So it's a great platform that's safe to use and huge benefits as it comes to taxes and savings. Best of all, it's free to sign up. There are no fees to sign up. There are no monthly subscriptions. And if you use my link in the description, you can get a $100 funding bonus. So be sure to check out iTrust, link in the description. Now, guys, look at this. This is from Eleanor Tourette of Fox Business. Patrick Doody, who's the independent expert the SEC retained to analyze the perspective of a reasonable purchaser of XRP, is currently employed by a private consulting firm that won a $4.1 million government contract in 2018. That contract was funded by, guess who? The SEC. You can't make this stuff up. The SEC is getting out of hand. And John Deaton and I just did an interview literally a couple of days ago. We talked about his motion letter that was submitted to the judge to let him speak on behalf of XRP holders, 67,000 plus, because he doesn't know if Patrick Doody's doing his due diligence. Lo and behold, we find out that there's a conflict here. Of course, he's going to say things that are positive to the SEC. He's his consulting firm is getting paid millions of dollars. Guys, this is unbelievable. I tweeted it out today. I said, I'm seeing a trend here by the SEC. Conflicts of interest and corruption don't matter to the SEC. This is pathetic, Gary Gensler, and I tagged him in it. So some of you, be sure you follow me on Twitter, guys, so you can catch all of these tweets and statements. And I've said it before, we got to keep fighting. Gensler it has to be stopped. And the SEC is rotten at its core, and we got to keep exposing them, guys. And we saw it with the Bill Hinman giving Ethereum the free pass, saying it's not a security. But what about the other tokens in the market, right? And clearly, the people who were looking to bribe Hinman, they were looking to short XRP because XRP and Ethereum were battling for position 2 over the years. So I'm not going to go into that aspect of it because I think we've all seen and seen all the facts and what's at the timeline and so forth. But guys, look at this. How can they be using someone who's getting financial benefits from the SEC? This is supposed to be an independent expert. He's not supposed to be connected in any way financially or whatever. He needs to come in and give his opinion, but clearly he's not independent. This is unbelievable and it's pathetic. So I'm hoping the judge is seeing all this and they allowed John Deaton to come in and the nonsense from this guy, whoever Patrick Doody, is kicked out and thrown out, guys. This is it makes my blood boil that my tax dollars are going to this bullshit. And it's like I'm paying the government to screw me because I'm invested in crypto. I'm invested in XRP, not just XRP, but other tokens. And there are other tokens which are in limbo right now because there's no clarity from Gensler. And these crypto companies are waiting to see what's going to happen because he's not providing the clarity. This is bullshit. All right. I'm a bit fired up, guys. So I'm going to move ahead to the good news and the positive news and the bullish news here. Check this out. Andreessen Horowitz raises $4.5 billion crypto fund, not million, billion, my friends, and not just 1 billion, $4.5 billion. Of that, $1.5 billion for seed investments, $3 billion for venture investments. Total crypto / Web3 funds raised by Andreessen Horowitz, $7.6 billion. Guys, remember, if you don't know the history of Andreessen Horowitz, I highly recommend you go research it. Mark Andreessen and Ben Horowitz, these guys were at Netscape. Yes, the Netscape in the early 90s, the first browser. No, actually it was Mosaic, but Netscape was like the first commercially used, right? And they were there in the early days of the internet, helping to build it. They were successful. They're very smart people. Then with the tech stocks and social media, rise of social media, they were there investing in Twitter and so forth. Now they're here for the fourth industrial revolution of crypto and digital assets and blockchain, and they're making huge investments. It's amazing the amount of capital they're raising. And I want you to put your thinking cap on now. If people did not believe in the future of this market, why would they be giving these folks billions and millions of dollars? Think about it. And remember, at Andreessen Horowitz, they were part of the Coinbase IPO. They took a huge position in Coinbase in the early days. The company obviously got successful, became the largest crypto exchange in the United States. They IPO'd. Andreessen Horowitz made money. They know there's money to be made here. I hope you see it as well, guys. Because it's the tokens as well as the equity plays. And, I've been sharing that I'm a partner now with the folks at Link2, which allow you to do private equity investment in crypto companies as well. So the Silicon Valley venture capital firm is doubling down on its crypto investments despite the market downturn. They don't care that we are in a bear market because they know markets move in cycles. Bull and bear markets exist in every asset class, stocks, gold, whatever, real estate. They exist. And once you guys grasp that, once you understand that, then you just take your positions at the low and be patient and let the bull cycle come back. You never buy the euphoria. You never buy the top. That is dangerous. That's how you get wrecked. That's what a lot of retail people do who don't take the time to research. They just do it in passing because they heard it on TV. Jim Cramer said something or a friend told them about it. But if they don't take that extra step and research and spend the hours to understand what's happening and how markets work, they won't make money. But you guys who are here and you're listening to my content and other content, and you're having that macro perspective, you have the ability to make significant return. So the fund is the firm's fourth to target digital assets, with over $7.6 billion being raised in total. Guys, this is, by the way, just the tip of the iceberg. Wait till crypto regulations come along and the floodgates open with all these insurance companies and big time investors like BlackRock and so forth. Of the $4.5 billion, $1.5 billion will go towards seed investments, while the rest is being set aside for venture investments. Here's a quote: "We think we are now entering the golden era of Web3," the company said in its announcement, adding that it's excited about the developments in blockchain gaming, decentralized finance, decentralized social media, and non-fungible tokens, NFT. Now, some of you may say, hey, I didn't see them mention my favorite coin, which is Cardano or Algorand or XRP or whatever it is. Think about it, though. These Web3 companies and DeFi and platforms, they're going to be running on those blockchains, bringing value to those blockchains, raising their value, right? Essentially, it gives the native token of those blockchains, where would it be the ADA token on the Cardano blockchain, the Algo token on the Algorand blockchain, and so on and so forth, will raise in value. Just look at Ethereum, right? With NFTs and back in the day with ICOs, all of those things helped Ethereum get value, even if the Ether token wasn't being used in every transaction, right? But the building on the network, right, it gives the network more value and the native token more value. So this is what you have to understand, my friends, and that the building will lead to higher prices. So previous funds were raised last June and April of 2020, both of which came shortly after the crypto market downturns. Bitcoin, okay, so they went into like what the price is, but guys, this is huge. And if you go to Andreessen Horowitz website or a16z, they have the announcement, Crypto Fund 4. They go into details. Highly recommend you guys go read through it. It's great to see what these guys have been doing. And, let me read the first opening paragraph here. It'll give you perspective of how these guys are looking at this. Since the advent of computing in the 1940s, there has been a major computing cycle every 10 to 15 years, including PCs in the 80s, the internet in the 90s, and mobile computing in the 2000s. We believe blockchains will power the next major computing cycle, which we call crypto or Web3. My folks, do I even need to say anything? Do I even need to say anything else? Have that macro perspective, take your positions and be patient. I know we all want to make money. Me too. Trust me, I have plans. I've said it many times. I wish Bitcoin hit $100,000 or higher, but I know that's going to come. We just got to be patient. Now, check this out. Another fund, and I'm hoping to get an interview with these folks, called Volt Capital. Suna Amhaz, and I hope I'm saying her name right. She debuted her $50 million crypto fund backed by Mark Andreessen and Chris Dixon, so the guys at a16z. The VC firm will continue to focus on infrastructure, DeFi, NFTs, and DAOs. Guys, I've said it many times. It's like every week there's a new crypto investment firm popping up, or some existing hedge fund or investment firm is launching a crypto fund. It's amazing what's happening. Here's what she had to say in a Twitter thread with the announcement. We're at a key moment in crypto. Product categories are evolving at lightning speed. Entrepreneurial talent is flooding the market, and a strong foundation has been built for the next generation of companies and protocols to scale. This is a phenomenal time to be doubling down. Rather than play the long game and rely on the fundamentals, we see fair weather players without the technical chops to understand their investments, watch the market drop, give in to their fears, and jump ship. This is exactly what I'm talking about, right, guys? She said, though we may be entering a market winter, we are very much in a builder spring. Some are worried we're headed into a bear market as bad as late 2017 into 2019. With OpenSea, Uniswap, and FTX, OpenSea, Uniswap, and FTX were founded. As we've seen time and time again, crypto pushes forward regardless of financial markets. Mercenary founders move on to new shiny things, and the missionary founders remain to build steadily over time. The latter are the founders we choose to back. Guys, big things are coming. We're still early, and look at the capital being raised. If this doesn't make you bullish, I don't know what to say. And I know some people are going to be like, dude, how are you bullish? Look at the price. It's not just about price. You have to understand the fundamentals and the building and the on and off ramps and the infrastructure to bring new features and new people into the market and more capital, right? And that's going to lead to higher prices. You got to look. That's why I share those macro level Bitcoin charts to show you cycles, bull, bear, book it, right? You've seen it in the stock market. You've seen it in real estate, guys. So I hope it's sinking in for some of you who are new. Can't stress that enough. And I'm really trying to hammer this home because I want you guys to make money. I don't want you to sell out of fear and then go buy the top when there's euphoria. That is the wrong move, right? And that is how smart money has beaten out retail. They're patient and they study it and they understand the market principles, guys. So I'm hoping this is sinking in. Check this out. Adam Neumann's blockchain-based redemption story, now sponsored by a16z. So a16z with that $4.5 billion, they're going on the investment movement here. In a classic pivot to crypto to reinvent self moment, controversial WeWork founder Adam Neumann recently launched a startup called Flow Carbon to sell tokenized carbon credits on the blockchain. Venture capitalists just can't seem to get enough of Neumann and his spouse slash co-founder, Rebecca, who started the company alongside its CEO, Dana Gibber, and two others, Caroline Catt and Ian Stern. Now, Flow Carbon says it has raised $70 million in funding led by Andreessen Horowitz crypto division, a16z Crypto, through a combination of traditional VC equity and a token sale. I've been telling you guys, they're buying the tokens and they're investing in the crypto companies. They can double dip like never before. They can double dip. And, you know, that's why I partnered with Link too, because it allows you and I, if we're accredited, to double dip as well. This is amazing, guys. And it's just, I can't, you know, it's just amazing what's happening. The amount of money and all the traditional players who made lots of money in the early internet days, in the tech boom and tech stock boom phase, and now they're here for crypto. Here's another example. ZenLedger raises $15 million to expand crypto tax products. The funding comes on the heels of ZenLedger's best tax season ever. Now, I've been a big fan of TaxBit. I've used them for years. I've even had them as a sponsor. But look, competition is healthy, right? So the fact that we have these other firms coming out with solutions, and some of them are not even so much for retail as they are for institutional, to be able to track taxes and all these things, it's just amazing what's happening. So cryptocurrency tax services firm ZenLedger announced Wednesday it raised $15 million in a Series B funding, bumping the company's total funding up to $27 million. The round was led by Paraguay Capital with contributions from Blockcelerate VC, King River Capital, G1 Ventures, Mainstream Investment, 3 Point Capital, Shirok Partners, Vayner Fund, Blizzard Fund, and AngelList Quant Fund, according to the press release. I say all these names because I didn't even know some of these funds, guys. They're not the big Andreessen Horowitz and the big names, but you have these funds all over holding millions, and they're putting their money into crypto companies, guys. It's amazing what is happening. So let's jump ahead to some news about Stellar Lumens here. I hold some XLM in my portfolio, not as much as, you know, as some other cryptos, but I have some because I do think it will be a winner. And here's an example. Mercado Bitcoin partners with Stellar to create MVP for Brazilian CBDC, central bank digital currency. Cryptocurrency companies unite to create use cases for Brazil's CBDC with central bank approval. Guys, see what's happening? And once again, think about the building that's happening on the blockchain and the value of that blockchain going up, and the native token, which is XLM, going up. So amazing, amazing things happening, my friends. And I hope you see it. And final item here, legal framework for Bitcoin mining approved by Paraguay's second chamber of Congress. Things are moving ahead, folks, globally. And you have some countries that, you know, are trying to backtrack a little bit, or, you know, there's still people who are fighting these things, but we're seeing all signs pointing to crypto adoption, full regulation, and this becoming a mainstream industry, guys. The talent is flocking in, the capital is flocking in clearly, right? When Andreessen Horowitz is raising this amount of capital, $4.5 billion, you know, there's some super wealthy folks who are, you know, putting money in there. We don't know the names and the list, but clearly they're getting the money. So big time news here, my friends. And let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.